If you spend enough time on the internet, you'll find theories that the Rothschild family pulls the strings of the IMF, the World Bank, and even orchestrated the sinking of the Titanic. The reality began in 1744 in the Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt. Mayer Amschel Rothschild was born as a marginalized citizen, confined to a single, overcrowded street. Severe laws dictated every aspect of his life. His community was physically walled off, subjected to a 7 p.m. curfew that locked them out of the city and prohibited them from participating in the broader economy or owning land. Growing an empire from within these walls required navigating the narrow legal gaps left open to his community, turning the limitations of the ghetto into a high-stakes training ground for specialized finance. Mayer's breakthrough required an audience with the palace. Knowing Prince William of Hesse-Kassel was an avid collector of rare antiques, Mayer spent years curating a specialized portfolio of ancient coins to earn a meeting. This foot in the door eventually led to a far more lucrative opportunity, solving the prince's mercenary logistics. The prince rented his armies to foreign empires, but his local Hessian coins were useless on the battlefield. Marching soldiers required universal currency, gold and silver, which the prince was rapidly running out of. Mayer stepped in as a middleman. He traded local Hessian coins to Frankfurt citizens in exchange for their personal gold and silver, then funneled that high-demand physical gold directly to the prince's treasury at a premium. By securing this sovereign supply chain, Mayer gained royal favor and the special permissions needed to bypass the ghetto's restrictions. This single currency loop became the first node in what would become a continental network. Mayer realized that relying on a single monarch was a dangerous business model. In a Europe where empires were frequently overthrown, the fall of Prince William would have wiped out the family's entire fortune. To insulate the business, Mayer deployed his 5 sons to establish independent footholds in 5 major European capitals: London, Paris, Vienna, Naples, and the original base in Frankfurt. They operated under a strict internal code. No outside investors were allowed, and every profit or loss was shared equally among the 5 brothers, making them a single, unified financial entity. This decentralized structure effectively created the world's first multinational corporation, an organization capable of outlasting any individual king or government. The network faced its ultimate test during the Napoleonic Wars. As Napoleon's armies swept across Europe, Prince William was forced to flee, leaving his massive fortune in the hands of the Rothschilds to protect. Simultaneously, the British army fighting Napoleon inside France faced a crisis. They had plenty of paper money, but local French vendors only accepted gold, leaving the soldiers unable to pay for essential supplies. The family executed a cross-border loop to extract value from the chaos. James Rothschild, operating from within Paris, used the family's bank to buy up that locally useless British paper currency from soldiers at a steep discount. Using their private, secure courier network, James smuggled that discounted currency across the channel to his brother Nathan in London, where the paper was immediately redeemable at its full face value. Nathan then used that full value cash to purchase physical gold, which the family smuggling network snuck back across enemy lines directly to the British Duke of Wellington. While empires fought with cannons, the Rothschilds used their decentralized network to move value invisibly across active war zones. They proved that infrastructure is more resilient than any army. Their gold smuggling network yielded a secondary advantage. By utilizing fast horses, highly secure couriers, and carrier pigeons, the family built the fastest private communication network in the world. This speed peaked in 1815. Nathan Rothschild received word of Napoleon's final defeat at Waterloo several hours before the British government's official couriers arrived. Nathan leveraged this lead on the London Stock Exchange. By buying government bonds before the victory was public knowledge, he maximized his positions while the rest of the market was still trading on the fear of a British defeat. This victory demonstrated the true scale of their power, a total monopoly on asymmetrical information. In the post-war era, rebuilding nations began relying on massive debt instruments like this 1861 municipal bond. The Rothschilds became the primary underwriters through these sovereign loans, effectively financing the modern state. This financial leverage allowed the family to act as a supranational bank, dictating specific economic conditions directly to governments in exchange for the capital they needed to survive. The Rothschild rise is a case study in logistics, proving that lasting power comes from controlling the fastest flow of data and capital. But as the Rothschilds secured Europe, a different kind of titan was rising in America. In Part 2, we'll look at J.P. Morgan and the network behind history's most famous shipwreck.